Jews. Wala akong inawak ang pera. So, maghanap pa si Pacquiao ng iba. Siya yung may sabi may corruption. So, it is his burden to identify the office and failing to do it, failing to prove his case na may corruption, mahirap talaga itong, you know, when you are a champion in boxing, it doesn't mean to say that you are a champion in politics. So he's blubbering his mouth, tapos na. I'm waiting for result for the next department that he would choose to investigate. Pero imbestigahan niya ito, upuan niya ito. Upuan niya ito, mag-imbestiga siya, huwag siyang pataloy-daloy. At kung meron man siya ibang kompromiso, yata you know, he has a scheduled fight, but suddenly nag-back out. Probably he knows that he is too old for that. And failing in his boxing career, kung matalo siya, he's a gunner actually.
Sir,
Kailangan manalo siya, pag patalo siya.
Sir, does it mean na Senator Manny Pacquiao is totally out of the picture when it comes to the presidential and vice presidential bet of PDP Laban? Does it mean that you will not support him in any way?
Well, actually, si Inday wala pa. We were holding, nirindahan namin yung kabayo namin. Because we had si Pimentel, siya, and others. But suddenly, he could not maybe wait for the announcement that PDP will go for him. Ayun, nagwala. Nagsabi, corruption dito, corruption doon. He has been with government for so long a time as a senator. My question to Pacquiao is, bakit ngayon ka lang nagsalita? At bakit umatras ka doon sa boxing? Kasi alam mo, kung matalo ka, you are a gunner. Wala ka talaga.
Sir,
Yeah. Those are your inconsistencies in your career. Talahintay kami kung sino ba. Pero I expect him to sit in Congress. Do not go anywhere. Finish and find out the corruption that you are talking about. Eh kung mag-report ka lang dalawa, isang buwan, then I would say that you are a shit. A shit is a shit. Magtrabaho ka, hiningi mo yan, nandyan yung mga papel, start investigating, do not go elsewhere. Comply first with your duty as a senator. Tapusin mo yan, nandyan yung mga papeles. Huwag kang pa-absent.
okay. Salamat po, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm Joyce Balancho from ABS-CBN. Just like to ask, sir, what's the final decision? Do you have a final decision whether or not you will run for Vice President? Because some are saying medyo confusing daw po yung recent remarks ninyo on
You are from ABS-CBN?
Yes, sir.
So, ABS-CBN is expecting me to lose because they will campaign against me?
No, sir.
But what?
So I'm just following up a story regarding a possible vice presidency that you might seek, since you mentioned some of your sentiments in your previous public speeches.
Pang ano lang yun sa political leverage, you would know what is a lame duck. Kaya ikaw, hindi ka talaga papayag na maging shit ka rin. So nandito ka, you try to posturing yan. political posturing so that they would not treat you badly. Kasi paalis na ako eh. Ngayon, kung natakbo ako ng Vice President, manalo ako. Kung hindi ko aliado yung Presidente, all I have to do is to join the military and the police in the fight against crime, drugs, especially criminality, and all. And also, maybe go around the ASEAN countries for a more cohesive relation between them. Kasi wala na ako eh.
Sir, you are down to your last year as president. Where do you plan to focus on?
Again, I'm down to the last...
Your last year as president, where do you plan to focus on?
What?
Saan niyo po balak, sir, na mag-focus po in your last year as president?
Oh. Yun, nasabi ko sa iyo. Maybe at this time you can say that maybe para to maintain the equilibrium sa lahat, consider me a candidate for the vice presidency at this time. Pero sabi ko naman, space, kasi si Romualdez, kasi I promised him, ganito ang nangyari niyan, ulitin ko. Noong bagong eleksyon, pagkatapos, nagpunta si Lord Velasco, si Speaker, pati si Cayetano, nag-ano sila kung sino talaga. Pumasok itong latecomer na si Romualdez. Sinabi ko kay Romualdez, wag ka, I called him aside in one corner and I whispered to him, wag mo na lang guluhin because if you run for vice president, I will support you. So if Romualdez would hang on to that commitment, sabi ko nga, if there is space, lang, kung muna, ano yun?
Last na lang po for me, Mr. President, why didn't we call for the extension of Bayanihan 2 funds? I believe, sir, yung Bayanihan 2 law has already expired and some are saying, sayang daw po na hindi po na-extend. There are many projects of the government, especially our COVID-19 response, that are not yet funded as of this time.
Hindi ko nagpo ito, but ang ating kasing problema, the real problem can be answered in one statement. Yung supply. Right at the beginning of the COVID, when everybody was scrambling to get hold of vaccines, were it not for China who donated, that was our first grab. And subsequently in trickles. Palit-lit lang, 50,000, gano'n. Then another 1 million, I think, from COVID. Yan ang problema natin. I do not see any problem kay Galvez. I do not see any problem kay Health Secretary. Gusto nga nila paalisin. Sabi ko, bigyan mo ako ng rason na paalisin ko ito si DOH. Wala akong nakitang kasalanan. Bakit ko tanggalin? Against the advice of the many, even cabinet member, sabi ko, I will stick with the man na walang kasalanan and working only, doing his job. There is no coherent reason why Duque should be out. Pero kung gusto niyang umalis, ibang istorya yan. Pero really, mahiya ako mag-ano ng tao na walang kasalanan. After all, ako yung sabi sa kanya na join me here. Yung sa sinasabi mo sa vaccine, as they come, but remember that we have yung na dumating ngayon should be intended for the second dose. Kailangan iuna muna sila. So when you say that that is 1 million, and if there is already 1 million vaccinated for the first time, that 1 million will go to them for the second shot.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm Nala Las Moras from PTV4. Sir, ilang araw na lang, ilang linggo na lang ay huling State of the Nation address nyo na po. Ano ang dapat abangan ng ating mga kababayan at ano po yung mga maipagmamalaki yung legacy ng Duterte administration?
Nothing. All I want the people is to just look around. Ito, ang ganito. Hindi ko ipagyawan. Unang-una, hindi ko ito pera. That's not my money. All I would just say is that we build and that's all. I will not crow about it in public because sabihin na ito, hindi mo pera yan. Bakit kasi payabang yan? Of course, the industry of those who were really on the ground, sila Tugadi, sila Villar, Beroya, General Beroya, hindi talaga ang nagtatrabaho. Pero ako, I will just mention what the projects completed without necessarily attributing the miracle to me. Worker ako ng government, nagtrabaho lang ako. So wala akong dapat ipagyabang. Nandito lang ako to say that it is completed. But after that, I will shut up. It's not my style to banner. Iniisip ko muna, ito ba akin, personal, pwede ko pang ipagyabang. Ako ng akin, okay. Pero kung mga ganito, ito ba'y pera ko? Ako ba'y nagpago dito? Ako ba yung nasa ground? Sila. So sila ang dapat, the workers of government, especially those who are appointed and who have worked so well, yun ang dapat, the credit should go to them.
Opo, and panguling katanungan na lamang po, Mr. President, ngayong araw lang kasi actually kanina lamang itinaas ng PBOC sa Alert Level 3 ang status ng Bulkang Taal. Ano pong masasabi nyo rito? Ano pong paalala nyo sa ating mga kababayan at lokal na pamahalaan doon? Magkakaroon po ba tayo ng command conference ukol dito?
Not necessarily. Hindi ko malaman kung dumaan mo kami kanina. Kunti mo lang ako siguro, lagyan ko lang ng cup. Yung butas. Taal na yan.
May paalala po ba tayo, Mr. President, sa mga kababayan natin doon?
There is always an exigency measure of government. Anong pangyayari? Nandyan sila Atty. Abalos. Kanila yan. Yung ibang trabahante ko, hindi ko nakita. Baka nahulog na doon sa butas. I was expecting to see them there. Here, brother. We will raise the alert on the level that it should. Now it's just a rumbling and it's going, I don't know if it's really the artist. Apektado daw tayo. But it's not really a grave concern for us at this time. Maybe it will degenerate into something bad. By that time, you will know. Nandiyan na lahat, naka-posisyon na yung mga gaya ng DSWD, si General Bautista, si Rolling, nilagay ko yan dyan because methodical yung niya. Mayroon na siyang advance sa mga warehouse for mga sa tulong. Pagka pumutok yan dahil mayroon na doon, naka-station na yung mga tulong nila. It could get worse, but I said there will be instant gratification because there are workers on the ground ready. Yan ang gusto ko sa military. May methodical ang ano nila, and the rest are also good.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Magkano kami? Art, okay ba yan? Pasyar tayo doon sa ano? Pasyar tayo doon sa... Ha? Sino gusto mong sagay? Punta tayo ng...
Yung sakay sa sampung lang. Yung sakay ng sampung lang.
Let me clarify. Yung libre for 2 weeks should be Santolan to Antipolo stations and vice versa. Now I'm going to ask for a favor. Gusto ko, hindi kasi ako nakakasakay ng train sa totoo lang. Walang train sa amin eh. Totoo. Karumata marami. So, gusto kong magsakay para mamasyal. Tara. Okay, Art. I'm sorry, but the Presidential Security Command will not allow anybody else to ride. Sige.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program. Marami pong salamat, mahal na Pangulo, sa pangunguna sa inauguration ng ating mga bagong RT stations. Again, ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. May we request everyone to please take their respective seats until the President has left the venue.